So today I want to talk about a very underrated pistol here in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, especially when you put these things in akimbo. It really reminds me of the Swarms, sacrificing just a little bit with the smaller mag, but I think these things definitely make up for it with the power that they deliver, and I'm talking about the Stingers. I absolutely love running these things, and I think that they could definitely help you guys out with dealing with the red zone and going into the Dark Aether solo. But with that, welcome on back to the channel, everybody. If y'all don't know, my name is Ghost. I appreciate everybody stopping on by the video today. If you're into zombies content or anything Call of Duty, please do consider rocking that like button and subscribing to the channel, man. We just hit 11,000 subscribers, and I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support. So the very first thing we ended up doing is I got an HVT in the first zone on a Mimic, and this thing ended up kind of freaking me out when he ran around the corner. I didn't expect him, and he was gone faster than I saw him, honestly. Next, we got another HVT on another Mimic in the second tier zone, and almost the same thing with this one, just instantly deleted, and he gave me this schematic. Of course, I do have everything in the game already, but I do like to pick these things up anyways, just in case I run into somebody else that maybe needs it. Did you guys see how fast this thing just deleted both of those Mimics that ran up on me? But I finally decided it was time to make my way into the red tier zone, and what do you know, we had a Mega Abomination waiting for us right at the gates here. But as long as you can get these things to shoot their beams at you, these just rip their heads off in seconds. Another little tip that I can give you guys if you're having trouble getting these guys to shoot their beams at you is try to find something that you can crawl on top of. He'll usually charge up as close as he can, and then once he realizes he can't get any closer to you, that's when he'll just decide to start shooting those beams at you. Of course, we had somebody else walk up and try to help at the end of the fight here. That's alright. But yeah, after finally dealing with this guy, I just wanted to head in here into the red tier zone and just kind of show you guys how this thing is handling just the regular zombies in a big horde, and man, I love these things. They just absolutely destroy these tier 3 zombies, and now that they buffed up the ammo drops out here, it's not that bad running these things. Yeah, the ammo size is a lot smaller than using, like, let's say the Swarms or something like that, but these things are dealing a little bit more power, and they're dropping a lot more ammo out here, so you should be good to go. Next, we got an HVT on a Mega Abomination out here in the third tier zone, and as you know, the HVTs are going to be a little bit stronger than the ones that you just find wandering around on the map, and these Stingers still have no problem just tearing these heads off instantly. Now, if you don't have something to stand on that's close to you around like a roof or something like that, or even a ledge, you can just toss your ether blade or something continuously at him, or if you have a bunch of ammo and you're not worried about that, keep shooting that at him. Just do a bunch of stuff to try to aggravate him and get him to shoot those beams at you. But I kind of understand why they do it though, because if they were just to sit here and continuously do that, we could kill these things in just a matter of seconds. But with that final head popped off, this thing actually ended up dropping me a flawless crystal, and I'm telling you guys, I think the rewards in tier 3, especially for killing those Mega Abominations, has been definitely buffed, because almost every time that I killed one of these things, they're either dropping me a crystal of some kind or an ether tool, most likely either an epic or a legendary. So I would definitely say it's a good time to try to be farming up these megas right now. I don't know why I had to leave this clip in here, but it just kind of pissed me off. I jumped out of the truck because I figured the truck was gonna sink, and then it ended up coming out the other side with me, and I was like, what the fuck? That last Mega Abomination ended up dropping me a sigil, so you know what that means. It's time to head on into the Dark Aether and see if we can gather up some of those rare acquisitions, or maybe just some good loot. So one of the very first things that I like to do when I come into the Dark Aether is I usually bring in a turret mod with me, so that way I can easily kill the Mega Abomination that's walking around by those front gates. I've had this guy drop me a lot of really good stuff, but unfortunately this time he didn't really drop me anything. Just a rare ether tool, and honestly right now I think I'm gonna pass. So first we're gonna head on over and get these ether extractors done, and we brought in plenty of monkey bombs and cashmere grenades to get these done, but you're gonna see how this contract can definitely still be a pain in the ass, especially with how they buffed up the Dark Aether after season 2. So coming in here solo, I would definitely recommend you guys rocking some of those classified acquisitions, like either bring in like an ether blade or the golden armor or something, because it is a bit tougher in here now, I'm not gonna lie. If you guys didn't catch a couple of my previous videos, like with these ether extractors now, you really don't get a chance where there's gonna be like hardly any zombies that are going to be around these things. Now there's going to be always a bunch of them, and a lot more than there used to be. Now, the decoy grenades definitely do still work, but I like to bring in either those cashmeres or the monkey bombs, so that way they're going to be dealing damage to these things as well and kind of clearing them out, because there's just overall more of them. Alright, now with this second one done, now the second one went okay, but with this third extractor, now you guys are going to see how these things can still be kind of a pain in the ass. Now this could have possibly been a user error from where I threw the thing, but it felt like the Cashmere Grenade didn't activate, like it activated like a second or two late, and I ended up going down because there was just too many zombies around this thing. Then after I was able to get back up, it wouldn't let me activate the extractor from the correct side. I actually had to do it off from the side. It was kind of jank, I'm not gonna lie. I kept trying to activate the thing from the correct side, and I'm just like, why is it not letting me do this? By the time I ended up using up all of my tacticals, I finally had figured out what was going on and it let me do it, which I'm really glad too, because once we finally got this thing done, it ended up giving us another flawless crystal. Man, 2 flawless crystals in 1 match. Now I'm telling you guys, I was really happy with this run so far. But now that we got these ether extractors done, we're gonna head on down and do the holdout mission, and I'm gonna go grab the bunny from out of the bus here. And if you guys don't know where anything is here in the Dark Aether, as always, I'm gonna throw a map up on the screen just so you guys know where everything is at. Big shout out to MWZHUB.gg. They're the ones that put together all of these interactive maps. I'm gonna have their link down in the description if you guys want to go check them out. Now during this holdout mission, now this is where these stingers are really gonna shine here in the Dark Aether, because I don't know if you guys have been in here after season 2, but man, it's been a bit buffed up, and especially during this contract, it feels like I feel like I'm way more overrun than I used to be. Now we had a sentry gun on us, so we're gonna place that down as well. Just anything that can really help us out in here. And if you got a dog friend, those will really help you out as well, because they kind of also act as like a decoy. And from my experience, they usually end up dragging quite a few of these zombies out of the room for you, which is a good thing now because there's gonna be a lot more of these things, and they feel like they morely just kind of continuously spawn in. Like you really don't get any of those pause breaks like you used to. But yeah, these stingers are definitely amazing, man. They just tear through these zombies, whether it be the red zone or here in the Dark Aether. These things are just monsters. They're good with bosses, they're good with zombies. I love it when these guns are actually good all around. Like there's a lot of guns in this game that a lot of people are like, oh, this is really good and this is really good. Yeah, but usually they're good for like 1 or 2 things. Like either they're really good for taking out zombies or they're really good for taking out bosses. It's usually one or the other. It's really nice when these things are just all around good though. But with this one completed, and we didn't really get much out of this contract, but we did end up getting an epic ether tool, which I'll pocket that. Now we're gonna go around and see if we can get our hands on some wonder weapons. First, we made our way down into this house to grab this first key. I think this is gonna be the easiest one for you guys to at least check, just because you can just grab the key from this house, run straight across the street into the fortress, and the door is just right through this door here. Unfortunately, this one only gave us a ray gun case, but that's alright. I'm gonna take it. And since I know where there's another wonder weapon that could potentially spawn in, we're gonna run over there and just check and see if it is there really quick, and see if going and getting the other key is even worth it. That's gonna be just inside the fortress here by the museum, and yes, I see one in here, so we're definitely gonna run up there and grab that key. This is gonna be the one that you have to jump across like the bulldozer and stuff to get to, that's on the very top of the fortress, and then you can just jump down and grab that wonder weapons case out of the jail cell once I finally sort out everything in my backpack. But what do you know, doing this was definitely damn well worth it, because we ended up getting a VR11 case. I've noticed that getting the VR11 from here is a bit more rare than finding the other wonder weapons. Like I usually end up either getting the wonder waff or the ray gun cases all the time. Seeing this is really cool. With that, I am more than happy, and I think it is time to extract. We ended up with a VR11 case, 2 epic ether tools, 2 flawless crystals, and a ray gun case, and a refined crystal. Man, I will definitely take that. This was a absolutely amazing run. I'm gonna throw up the loadout for the stingers on the screen right here. I appreciate everybody that stopped by the video. Please do drop it a like if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if anybody is new. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.